On YouTube, I saw that @Meg Journals is doing her junk journal July. And I wanted to do a project like that again, keeping me busy for 30 days or 1 month. I like the idea of challenging myself to do something different in my journals. This was a journal that I did for Junk Journal January in 2022. It was the first time that I've ever done anything with hers, and I really like the way that she gives just like a one-word prompt and you kind of run with it. So I thought I would share this one because it's part mixed media, it's part painted. It's just got a little bit of everything. Her whole premise is that you use what you have. Use all of your scraps. She usually does cardboard as her covers. And this was fun just to make something different. I mean, look at the shape of this. So I got cardboard for the cover and then I just started playing with paper. It opens up this way and then just kind of unfolds. And I really like the haphazardness of it all. It's kind of like a concertina book, but in a different way. I don't have a list of the prompts in this one, but I do have the words. You'll see words as I go throughout. So this was the cover. The first word that I had was simplicity, and I just put a brush here. I just really like the paintbrush. I thought that was kind of fun. There's a little bigger. And then as you flip the page, I've got this one. Here's to new beginnings, which for me, seeds. I love that a big tree can sprout from a single seed like this. So I just thought that that would be really good. This is sticker. It's actually a sticker of some art supplies. This is inspiration. Watercolor for me is a big inspiration. I like to just keep working at it and challenging myself to grow. Little moments. These are 2 little figurines that I got from my friend Cindy. They're little tiny things. They're made out of like a rubberized plastic, but Piglet and Pooh are like 2 of my favorite characters. This one is torn edges, and you can see that I just took a bunch of stuff here and gathered it together, same color, same kind of feel, made it pretty, and then just put a staple in it. But you can see all the torn edges here. Let me bring you up so you can see those little drawings, because look how cute they are. And then here I have positive vibes. That's this one, florals, and sepia. Sepia is here and the H as well. I just really liked her boots. Wait till you see how cute. That was the positive vibes. Look at those big boots on her. I love that. And then we had favorite quote, I think was one of them, and mine was "Creativity Takes Courage" by Henry Matisse. This is ticket. This is fabric. This is stamp it out, pop of color, and dreamy. You can see there's a lot on that page. Don't you love fabric end caps like that? I love that. I like the different colors and the numbers. I save them all the time. This I didn't have anything on it just because I love the way that that looked. This is hand lettering. Muted is the strip here. You've Got Mail is the stamp. Pocket is this little torn piece of paper in here. Paper clips, there's a paper clip on this little tag. And scented. I think I did eucalyptus for the scent. Isn't this cute with the little, it just goes in the pocket there. Then I have antique, which this is an antique little thing for milk, a milk lid. I've got growth over here. Growth is for the plant. I've got joy. Of course, seeing dragonflies just bring me a lot of joy. I love the word happiest. This is from a magazine newspaper. Then I've got junk mail, favorite book, it's vintage artistry, memories, and thankful, and hope. And that was it for my junk journal there for that 2022. That was 31 prompts. So as I started thinking about this and thinking about, I want to just do it more in pen and ink and a little bit of watercolor, I was thinking, what journal should I use? How big do I want? What do I want it to look like? And then I decided I better look at the prompts to see if that's something I can even do. Here's the prompt list for Junk Journal July. And if you go to @MegJournals, I will have her link in the video description box below. You can screenshot the prompt list, or else you can get on her mailing list and she sends you out a little package. Here's what I wanted mine to look like. I wanted little boxes here that I could check off as I did them, and then I just labeled them by the number and then by the word. What I did was I did all 31 days and just did them in a font that I wanted. What I really wanted was to find the spacing correct by using the computer, and I wanted these triangles, and you'll see what I did with them. As I was thinking about the journal, I'm like, you know, I think I want to use the onion skin journal. I haven't done anything with that, and it's a book that I love. I love the paper of this, and it will make me do stuff. I really like this onion skin journal, but I haven't been using it. So this is a way to make me use it. And what I did was listen to the pages. That's what I love about it. I wanted to put the prompts here. So all I did with that was stick this underneath. You can see, stick it underneath here. And then I just took a marker. I'm using the Unipin 0.1 in the dark gray. This set comes with a light gray, a dark gray, and a black. I'm using the dark gray. And that is what I did all of the writing here with, including Junk Journal July with Meg Journals. And I started thinking about, what do I want the compilation to look like? Because I'm not really doing it in a junk journal, but I am using junk to journal with, if that makes sense. I collect a lot of random things, as you saw in my 100-day project of random things, and I wanted to just make it fun. I took 2 hours and just started drawing things. I gathered items that I thought would make me think of the prompts. So Spark was an old matchbook. Postcard, I had a postcard from my favorite Eiffel Tower. Fold, I have a little glassine envelope that's folded, and this is also wildlife, the little butterfly on there. I've got stamp. I've got observe, and these also act as a window. I've got thread. I've got scraps. I've also got label and lettering. So I fit it all on one page. I was able to get 11 prompts on this page. The next page will have 10, and then the page after that will have 10. And what I did was I just took my time and I drew them out in pencil first, and then I took that Unipin marker, that same one that I did all the writing with, Unipin 01 in dark gray, and I inked everything. What I really love about the Unipin is it dries really fast. Even on this onion skin paper, I was able to erase it after about 2 seconds. I just kind of put my finger down to make sure none came up on my finger, and I was able to erase. Now this is ready to go. This I did as my first day. So day 2 will be, I get to paint 2 prompts now, and then I'm going to paint more and more and more. On the first day, I will do prompt 1 and 2. On the second day, I will do prompt 3. On the third day, I will do prompt 4. And that's how you'll see me progress. But I want to paint one with you so that you can see how it's going to go. I am using my 18 studio palette, my updated studio palette from 2024. And if you're unfamiliar with this, I will link my video for it down below. And I'm also going to be using the Princeton Aqua Elite Long Round in number 8 because of the point. Love this brush. I thought I would share doing the first prompt with you, which was Spark, because I think it'll be fun to do the matches. I'm going to bring you a little closer so you can see what I'm doing. I've got the matchbox here and a little match. This is the one that's on the striker plate, so I want to make it look like it's starting to catch fire. First thing I wanted to do was leave the fire for the match and let that just kind of sink there. I'm going to use a little bit of sepia and some Titan Buff for the background. A little more water. I do have a video on how I started this book. Where it's from, it is the Onion Skin sketchbook. I will have all of that listed in the video description box below. I like how it just kind of puddles up, but then it does straighten out, which was unexpected for me. I didn't know that it would do that. It's like you're painting on nothing. Think about a glassine envelope. It just goes so smooth and barely uses any paint. I'm gonna splash. The strike plate here, I want to be dark, so I'm going to use some Hematite Violet Genuine and a little bit of blue. So I have like an indigo on here, just to make it nice and dark. I like how dark that looks. I dried this, and what I'm going to do is add some yellow here, maybe even some orange, to just make this flame part a little brighter. That was just a sepia. I'm going to mix a blue, so the indigo and a little bit of sepia to make kind of a dark black. I think that's good. Now let me just do the little match top here. I'm just dotting to make the little texture, because they're not smooth by any means. At least not the matches I have. Okay. Now on the logo, since I've got a little bit of red here, let's do a little bit of red and a little bit of the hematite. just so it's not real bright, because I want your attention to go to the flame. Remember, that's the prompt, to spark. And then right where the matchbox folds, so you know that it folds like that, I want to make that section there a little darker so it looks a little more worn. And there's my spark, day 1. I love the way that turned out. If you were inspired by today's content, please like, comment, or subscribe. Thanks so much for watching.